Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? How was your day? How was your day? How was your day, guys? Welcome. Let's interact. Let's talk. Today. So, guys, today, thank you so much. Many people in the house. Thank you, guys. Say hi to this. Say hi to this guy. Say hi to this. I really feel sweaty. So, guys, today, thank you so much to people in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome, welcome. Say hi to this. So, guys, today I want to talk about the book of Ruth. You want to know who is Ruth in the Bible? Who is Ruth? Who is Ruth in the Bible? So, I know most of us knew Ruth as a faithful lady, a hardworking. I know. So, katikati ya miongo kama mingine kama katikati ya miongo kama mingine kama Kati ya miaka kumugire kama Sia kama wewe hakuna kama So guys, today we wanna talk about this lady in the Bible. He was called Ruth, and most of us knew Ruth as a faithful daughter-in-law and a wife of which God blessed his family line of King David and Jesus. So we'll go, let's know who is Ruth and what lesson we ladies we learn from this Ruth. So we'll go, guys. We'll go. Actually, Ruth belongs to the clan of Ephraim, and he has lived in Bethlehem in Judah. So Ruth is all known by her good character and her faithful, and she was very determined lady. So we get to know Ruth was daughter-in-law to Naomi, and of which Naomi was a wife to Elimelech, and Naomi managed to get. He was blessed. She was blessed with two boys, of which they were Chilion and Malion, and these two sons married in Moabit, and they married Orpah and Ruth. So Ruth, that's where we get to know Ruth was the daughter-in-law to Naomi. She was the daughter-in-law to Naomi. So this Ruth, she's all known by her character which she portrayed. By starting firm despite losing her husband at a younger age. She stood firm, very determined, and obeyed her daughter-in-law, obeyed her mother-in-law. So when Elimelech, who was the father to Malion and Chilion, died, Naomi remained with her two sons, which were Chilion and Malion, and they married Orpah and Ruth. and they later die after 10 years. After 10 years, they later died. After 10 years, they later died. Now Naomi remained with the daughter-in-law who were Ruth and Oprah. And it reached a time whereby Naomi tell her daughter-in-law that now your husband has been died. I can't cheat you that I will give birth to the son and then you marry. So it's better you go back to your home. And he blessed them to go back to their home to get married. Of which they cried, but after all, Opa decided to go back. And Ruth, she stood with the courage and saying, no, I won't go. I won't go no matter what. Wherever you go, I will go. Naomi thought that maybe Ruth is kidding. But when he saw that she's very serious, she's determined, then he says, okay. And through this Ruth, who was faithful daughter-in-law and a wife, God blessed her, and she is in the family line of King David and Jesus. Let's get to know how is Ruth. How is Ruth is in the family line of King David and Jesus. So in this book of Ruth, there was there was a time the God had blessed, and there was a lot of harvest of barley. So Naomi told Ruth to go collect some. When people harvest, to have this remain that normally remains. So Ruth went to the farm to collect so that they can use it. As you know, they can use it. So when he went, he finally found herself in the land of Boaz, who was a relative to the father-in-law. So through this Boaz is where Ruth found in the line of King David and Jesus. So we come to no ego. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. So we come to realize that Ruth found herself in the family line of King David and Jesus through this man who was rich by the name Boaz. So when Ruth went out to collect the barley harvest, she found herself in the farm of Boaz, whereby she was welcomed, and through the legacy that this lady had, the legacy that had left had, because it spread everywhere how she was respectful, how she was very loving daughter-in-law. Boaz gave her chance to collect barley in his farm. So my question is that we ladies or we people, what do you learn from this lady by the name Ruth? What do you learn if we put this situation if we relate this story of Ruth in our current situation? What do we learn? What do you learn as a Christian if we put ourselves in this situation? If we can relate in our daily life today as Christian, what do you love about this story of Ruth? What does how does it teaches us this story of this hardworking, respectful, loving daughter-in-law to Naomi by the name Ruth? Hmm? Sometimes I do wonder, nowadays, I don't know, but I don't want to say too much. Nowadays, eh, I have seen so many cases. You know, death, no one predicts about his or her death. It comes. But the situation of nowadays, if we can relate with the Ruth, things are really different. Things are really different. I know you know what is happening, guys. I know you know. So, through the legacy, through the way Ruth had been, his, I, through the way Ruth has been taking care of her mother-in-law and all the legacy he had left behind, her character, her behavior. Ruth was actually inherited by Boaz, and God blessed them with a son, and that son was called Obed. Obed. So the son that Ruth bare with the Boaz was called Obed. And Obed was the father of Jesse. Obed was the father of Jesse, and where whereby Jesse was the father. Jesse was the father of David, King David, whereby David was the father. David later became the father of Solomon, and eh, that's where we found Ruth himself found in the lineage of David and Jesus. So you can see there was Boaz who inherited Ruth, and they give birth to a baby boy by the name Obed. Obed, who was later become he gave birth to the baby son called Jesse, and this Jesse who later became the father of King David, and King David who was the father of King Solomon. Hmm? and and the mother of King Sol and the mother of King and the mother of King Solomon was Bathsheba, and he was also a widow. What lesson do you learn from this story of this lady, hard-working lady? What lesson we Christian do we learn? Nowadays, when people die, you see people saying, "Oh, I'm still young, I don't do what, I can't, I can't do this, I'm still young, what." We Christian, what lesson do we learn from this book of Ruth? Hmm? You can see what lesson do we learn from this book of Ruth? Hmm? Ruth and Naomi's story remind us of the power of friendship, that we are stronger together. Together we are strong. Through this book of Ruth and Naomi, it teaches that we are stronger when we are together. Despite Ruth losing her husband, she kept the bond of friendship with her mother in law and decided to remain with her. If you read Ruth chapter 1, 15 and 18, you can hear Ruth saying that whenever I go, I will go. Your God will be my God. Whenever you die, I'll die. Eh? Because she decided to be committed, and actually God blessed her. So we human beings, we ladies, especially ladies, this is a scenario whereby when a man dies, lady saying, "No, I'm still young. Oh, I cannot do blah blah blah. What?" But you can see this lady Ruth. Her husband died. He had no kid. but through faith she had in God, and through love and character and legacy that he left, God finally blessed her, and he became the great grandmother of King David. Hmm? Another lesson we Christians will learn from this book of Ruth is that God used the most unlikely people for his purpose. You see, maybe in a community, those or in the families. For example, if we read the book of Joseph, hmm? the book of Joseph, if we read the book of Joseph, we get to know that Joseph was hated by his own brother. He was sold, he was accused, but God finally used him. So, in this scenario, in this story of Ruth, we also get to know that God used the most unlikely people for his purpose. So we Christian, we human being, we need to avoid judging others. We never know. We never know. Another thing we learn from this book of Ruth: do not let the past hold back. Do not let the back hold back. Despite this lady losing her husband, she was still determined. She was still hardworking. She didn't sit there and keep on crying, oh, what, blah, blah, I have lost my husband. No. She just wake up. Huh? She just wake up and start working. We can see she endures a lot. You know, some people, I know death is something very hard, very hard. But despite this lady by the name Ruth, her husband died, she still wake up and start work. Actually, she used to collect barley to feed her mother-in-law because she was old. And in short, this lady, she was a breadwinner. And she decided to leave her God. Actually, they used to worship God, God of small g. She left her God and decided to worship the God of the mother-in-law. Whereby, if you read Ruth, chapter 3, verse 1 to 18, when she said that, wherever you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. She left her God. Another thing we learn from this lady called Ruth is that we value our uh, our character. We need to portray the best character. You can see Ruth, they were very far, but her character, her love to her mother-in-law, it spread everywhere. Even Boaz told her, you are a good lady. Whatever you did to your mother-in-law, caring her, the character. We ladies, we need to wake up. Huh? Let's leave a legacy that people will live on it. Now we see this lady Ruth. She leave a legacy defined by a profound and loyalty, self-love, integrity, and unwavering commitment to God and family. Now we go through the legacy, even if now she is not here, but the legacy that this lady leave, we hold on it. Good morning. My new song cover video has been released. Please support us. Please support us. Okay, let me pin you. I hope I have any. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Gorilla. Thank you so much. My song cover video has been released. Please support us. Thank you so much. I have been you. I have been you. Thank you so much for coming. How has you been? How are you doing? How are you doing? Like Dante. Thank you so much. Thank you for stepping here. I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful. How have you been doing? So, guys, we are still talking about this the lady in the Bible by the name Ruth, the legacy that he left behind that we are still adhering. By the way, I always desire that God help me. I leave a legacy that people can hold on. A legacy. I live a character. I be with good character. Let people remember us with positive character, not negative character. Because it's not easy. We human beings, we cannot do it without God. We need God's guidance. We need God to help us. Because when we wake up, even our brains always thinks about sin. Our legs make steps to sin. Our hands make sin. May God guide us, God help us. We leave a positive legacy that others will hold on. We may portray a good character, an example, so that others can wish. I wish I could be so and so. May God help me to be so and so. That lady, that person, he did a good job. That lady, I. May God, yeah, let's be people who get admired by others. Hmm? Admired by others. By doing what? By doing what? By being kind, obedient, helping others, hmm? By leading as example. Hmm? We be role model in this our life today. Hmm? Like Ruth, she was left without a kid. She was left at a younger age, but she did bother. She just chose to remain with her mother-in-law, and she became a breadwinner. Because keep in mind that this lady, she has lost her husband, she has lost her two sons who were Chile and Malion. Now Ruth stood in as her daughter, as her everything, whereby he used to wake up and go collect barley harvest, and then he sold, and then they use. And another thing we learned from this lady, she was very respectful. Very respectful. Because if you read Ruth chapter 3, we see her mother in law Naomi giving her advice how to convince Boaz. Hmm? She is advising her how to convince Boaz. This her mother in law. She is convincing, she is giving steps, and she is listening. Hmm? Actually, let's read this book so that we can read with evidence. We can say with evidence without maybe guessing what. Hmm? Ruth chapter 3. Yeah. So this lady, she was very respectful. Ruth was very respectful to her mother-in-law, whereby this her mother-in-law said that no, hmm, this young lady, she needs to find a husband. So her mother-in-law gave her advice. Let's go together. Ruth chapter 3 verse 1. Sometimes later, Naomi said to Ruth, I must find a husband for you so that you will have a home of your own. Remember that this man Boaz, whose woman you have been working with, is our relative. Now listen. You can see, now listen. This Naomi giving her daughter-in-law advice how to convince this man Boaz. Now listen. This evening he will be threshing the barley. So wash yourself, put on some perfume, and get dressed in your best clothes. Then go there with he is threshing, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. Be sure to notice where he lies down. And after he falls asleep, go and lift and cover and lie down on his feet. He will tell you what to do. Ruth answered, I will do everything you say. You can see she was very respectful, this daughter in law that everyone admires. As we compare the story of Ruth today, nowadays, when a woman or lady gets married, or by bad luck the husband died, or let's say maybe he leaves two kids, one kid, they say no, 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 no. Oh, I'm still young. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. You see, and even immediately they finish burying the husband, the lady go the same day, the same day, the lady leave. The lady leave. Actually, the lady leave. But this Ruth is convincing us. She is actually convincing us. That's why this lady, she leaves a legacy. Ruth leaves a legacy. As we can read chapter Ruth chapter 1 verse 15, whereby Naomi requested her to go back to her home because because she has no one left who can marry her. But she said no and stand with that no. But other Oprah decided to go. But this lady remained. Let's read this verse. Chapter 1, verse 15. And after she had left to go and gather grain. Chapter 1. Is it chapter 1? Ruth chapter 1, verse 15. Verse 15 to 18. Yeah, verse 15 to 18. Let's see where Naomi is requesting this lady to go because she cannot give birth to a baby again. And even if she gives birth, it will be wasting her because how long does this kid grow? Hmm? So Naomi said to her Ruth. So let's start with 12. Go back home, for I am too old to get married again. Even if I thought there was still hope. And so go married tonight and had a son. Will you wait until they grew up? Would this keep you from marrying someone else? No, my daughter. You know that is impossible. The Lord has turned against me, and I feel very sorry for you. Again, they start crying. They decided to cry. They start crying. They start crying. Then Oprah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye and went back home. But Ruth held on to her. held on to her. Naomi said to her, Naomi said to her, Ruth, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people, and for her God, go back home with her. But Ruth answered, don't ask me to leave you. Let me go with you. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Hmm? We need to have this. We need to be determined. We need to be like Ruth. Let's avoid this friendship whereby I'm friend with you because you are in good terms or you are in good and things are going on well on your side. But when things are backfired or backslide, whichever it is, the relationship ends. Hmm? The relationship ends. That's not good. That's not good. Let's be a true friend, like the friendship between Ruth and Naomi. Hmm? Let's copy their friendship despite everything. Their bond of friendship did not break. Actually, it strengthened. Huh? Even people wonder, they always say, Naomi, you are blessed. You are blessed with the daughter in law. Let's be people who can get admired by our character. Huh? Let's be people who can get inspired others because this lady is inspiring us. He leave a legacy. Her loyalty is beyond her. Guys, her loyalty is beyond. Hmm? May God guide us. May God help us. May God be our shield because without Him we cannot do it. May He guide us the way He helped Ruth. Tikate ya miungo kana mungo mwingine kama wewe Bwana. O katikati ya miungo wako mungo mwingine kama wewe Bwana. Jehova kama wewe Bwana. Mesia kama wewe Bwana. Sana kama wewe Bwana. Jehova kama wewe Bwana. Oh, katikati ya wafalme, mfalme mama kama wewe Bwana. Ah, ah, ah. Hosana. Katikati ya mianga kuna Mungu mwingine kama wewe Bwana. Kama wewe Bwana. Oh, kama wewe Bwana. Oh, kama wewe Bwana. Oh, kama wewe Bwana. Katikati ya miungu kuna Mungu mwingine kama wewe Bwana. Thank you, guys. Two people in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you. Say hi, guys. Say hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome. Say hi. Say hi, guys. So, guys, we are talking about this lady by the name Ruth, of which all of us knew Ruth at a time. Her hardworking, her loyalty, and determination. But get her character. Her character. Even me, I really say, oh God, one day I would like to be like Ruth. The love that he showed to her mother-in-law despite losing her husband, becoming a widow, despite being at law, she didn't give up in her life. She didn't abandon her mother-in-law. She has left a legacy behind through her faithful, through her loyalty, through the integrity that she had. God actually blessed her, and she became in the family line of King David. How? And the question remains, how did Ruth become the grandfather of King David? Hmm? The question remains, how? In which scenario? How did Ruth become the great grandmother of King David? When we read this Ruth, we came to see that she get inherited by Boaz, the man whom Ruth she went to collect barley in her farm. Actually, they were close related to her mother-in-law, so he get inherited by him, and then God blessed them with a son who was named Obed. And this Obed, guys, was the father of Jesse. And Jesse Guys, Jesse was the father of King David. And this David is where the lineage of David, where Jesus was born in the house of David. So sometimes when we be patient, when we be loyalty, when we have good character, there is a reward. There is a reward in every step or in everything we do. There is a reward. So the question remains. The question remains to you and or to me. All my character, all everything that I have been doing, which rewards? Eh? And nowadays, guys, things are very. If we can relate in our lives today, actually, it's not easy to find this Ruth. It is not easy to find this Ruth, the one that we read in the Bible. It is not easy. Not easy. So, another thing we learn that God chooses the a person, the weak person. You can see Ruth has been through a lot, struggling. You know, a situation whereby you lose the breadwinner. Now you become the breadwinner. Hardship you face, you see, through perseverance and loyalty and faithfulness, God decided to bless her. She leave behind a legacy on which me and you we always read. Who's the legacy this lady leave behind? Hmm? So it's upon us to ask ourselves which legacy, hmm? which legacy will we leave in our life? But we see this lady, she left a legacy defined by profound loyalty. Hmm? Imagine, despite her husband died, she refused to go. She refused to go. She decided to remain with the mother-in-law. But the other daughter-in-law, Opa, decided to go. Hmm? So, may God help us. May God guide us, we human beings, be Christian, so that we may portray love that Ruth and Naomi, eh? their friendship, actually their friendship was real. Eh? This story reminds us the power of friendship, that we are stronger together. Just imagine if Ruth would decided to go, what will happen to Naomi? Hmm? What will happen to this widow? Hmm? Actually, she was determined. Despite everything, she chose to keep that bond between her and the mother-in-law very stronger than Ali. We see she said that when Naomi requested her to go, he blessed them and said to them, now you can go because I cannot bear a kid, a son to marry you again. They cried, but Oprah decided to leave. But Ruth decided, no, I won't go. Wherever you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. Your people will be my people. Huh? We have seen so many people have wedded but keeping that promise, putting that promise in action, it's not easy. It is not easy. So may God help us, may God guide us. We be a role example to others. We leave legacy that others can learn on. Yeah? Let's portray something that some person can get remembered by. For example, let's learn to be kind and do something that can inspire somebody. Yeah? I want to be like so and so. I want to be like so and so. I like her character. Yeah? We live positive examples, but not negative. Not negative. Lesson that we Christians learn from this sort of book is that God used the most unlikely people for His purpose. For His unlikely people for His purpose, and there is a reward. When we are suffering, we are going through a lot. Things are not moving, despite the effort we are putting in, but there's nothing moving. God is there with us. God is there with us. You look this lady Naomi. She lost her husband. She lost her two sons. She endures a lot sorrow. I remember when she went back, people started saying, "Oh, this Naomi. This is Naomi." She said, "No, don't call me Naomi. Call me. Don't call me Naomi because God has done me a lot. I have endured a lot." But God did not leave her. God did not leave her. Through this daughter-in-law, through this daughter-in-law Naomi, through this daughter-in-law Ruth, God raised Naomi. So we don't know what God's plan upon us. Maybe you can be in somebody's life and we don't know the reason or the plan that God had unto us. So it's good for we Christians, we don't let our past hold us back. For example, if this now Ruth could have seated down and said, "No, I lost my husband. I am a widow. What, blah, blah, blah. What. No. She stood up and stood up and started afresh. And she was faithful. Actually, they used to worship God of small g, Moabite people. God of small g. But she entrusted her life to Naomi's God. She cared for her mother-in-law, respect her, as followed her instruction. As you can, if we read the Ruth 3:1-18, Naomi is giving her advice how to approach. Naomi actually is giving Ruth advice how to approach Boaz. She is following. She is advising her, and she actually followed her. Everything, and God passed through, and God helped her, and God raised her. And that's where we are talking about Ruth. If she wouldn't have been loyal, if she wouldn't have been that a caring, loving daughter-in-law, we wouldn't have even knew her. Actually, we wouldn't have but through favor of God and her determination, now we can adhere to Ruth legacy, the book of Ruth. We believe in redemption is possible, no matter what. No matter what you are going through, God is there. We will rise again. God is there with us, and we will rise again. Let's keep trusting Him. Let's keep trusting Him. Now we remember Ruth as a devoted and a great grandmother of King David. Anyways, so I'm back, guys. I am back. I am back. I am back, guys. We have talked about truth. Any question, guys? Actually, guys, as you can see, I'm at bed. I'm at my bed. Happy Monday. Yeah, actually, yeah, Monday already. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Mondays. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, guys, two people in the house. Thank you, guys. Keep coming, guys. Let's talk. Let's interact. You are so faithful, so faithful, so faithful. You are so loving, so loving. Gloria to me. That's why I praise you in the morning. That's why I praise you in the night. That's why I praise you in the afternoon. That's why I praise you all the time. So, guys, I can remember. I can remember in school, so that is primary school. So you are called to go and lead in prayers, and you are scared. So you are called by teacher to go and lead at school prayer, or maybe you leading prayer, and then you are scared. So we used to hide it. So guys, this is me. Mighty Marvel, Halayo Fashareya, Yoda Dios, Yahweh, Yahweh, come and do what only you can do. Fool, I wanna Imbabuza Yahweh. Kinto only. Two people in the house. Say hi, guys. Hi, hi. Here, Yahweh. mara ya kwanza kunitoka katika magumu, ni ushuhuda salio za kweli chemichemi, ni historia maarufu. Stay with me, don't leave me alone. I cannot do without you, Jesus. Just want to you, Jesus, for you forever. You are so faithful, God, so faithful, so faithful. Everywhere you go, no matter how in Africa, taweza moyo ndi Mungu. Nakwama wapi? Hau imani sina. Tatizo nini? Nione yote haya. Nakwama wapi? Hau sina. Tatizo nini? Nione yote haya. Yesu naamini bado ninazo nguvu. Taweza yote. Yeye anitie nguvu. Taweza, 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 taweza. Yesu, hujawahi shindwa, umewahi fanya, hebu fanya tena. Thank you so much. Nakuamini Yesu, hujawahi shindwa. Angakla, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Taweza, 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 taweza. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uko wapi? Yote ameni bado ninazo nguvu kabisa. Yeye anitiaye nguvu, taweza, 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 na kuamini ni Yesu. Mishinda nato pendangani ndoto rehemu. Jibuni tunalia kwa ajili ya mateso tunapitia. Tukilemewa tunajificha kwako, wewe ni mwamba nasi tu chini yako. Tukitambua linatendeka, hata mapepo yote hutawanyika. Nyosha mkono tuliza bahari. Hi Martinez, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming. How are you doing, Martinez? How are you doing? How are you doing, Martinez? Siku yake inarejea. Maswali mengi yataulizwa pale. Nilikupa jirani au kamtenda. Hi to Martinez. Where are you? Where did you go? I'm here waiting for you to talk. Welcome, guys. Welcome to people in the house. Welcome. Letu ni wewe, mbili pekee ni wewe. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi too. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. G Mix Lover. Actually, I will visit you. I will visit you. It has been long. Thank you for supporting me. I'm humble. Mom, thank you so much. Actually, guys, I have a hole in my teeth. I have a hole in my teeth, so whenever I eat, particles will just go there. So, and I don't want to go to the dentist to remove. Just remove it when I'm home. It's the best. Home is the best. opens fire high too. What is that? Seville, hi. Welcome, welcome, Seville. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you.